Hello and welcome to today's video. I am Olaris and I'm so pleased to know that you're listening. This video promises to be very insightful because we're going to be looking for document control solution for a fictitious company called ABC Incorporated. Now, ABC Incorporated do not follow or have proper document control procedure. So they have contacted us and they need help. This is a problem before us. So how do we go about helping ABC Incorporated?
All right, there are many possibilities, and the first one I want to look at is maybe there is no document control procedure describing what proper processes should be followed in ABC Incorporated. Secondly, it's possible that the existing document control procedure is inefficient for ABC Incorporated. That is, it may be too ambiguous, it may be not um, maybe it's not clear or it's not tailored to the organizational objective of ABC Incorporated. The third is that there are no support from top management, that is the influencers, executive sponsors, decision makers, right? And the fourth one says no custodian for document control, talking about somebody who is accountable for um, handling the process or managing the process for enforcing requirements and enforcing control, right? And the fifth one says corporate culture. This is a big one because it could be a killer of the system and it could be also um, a saver of the system because it is by default how people just operate in the organization. Now, I would have also included a sixth one, which is lack of awareness of the existence of proper document control. So the people may not be aware. But, well, in our case, the management of ABC Incorporated is now aware, and this is why um, we have been contacted to fix the problem. Okay, so but in real cases, in real life situation, many organizations will not get serious about implementing document control until something probably goes wrong. All right, that's why along the line, I'll be maybe touching some things that could help you sell document control to your organization. Please note that there is no quick fix or a linear approach to fixing document control. There are so many factors that you may need to consider, and it could be, in fact, overwhelming. All right, but we must start somewhere. We must start somewhere. Okay, so for ABC Incorporated, we don't want to assume, we don't want to give them a cookie cutter strategy. So how do we approach the situation? How do we approach this problem? All right, we'll need a baseline assessment to get a sense of direction to help us understand ABC unique documentation challenge. All right, so we need to frame our questions to get where is ABC at the moment and where will ABC like to be in the future in terms of documentation. All right, so take note, there is no linear approach to the way this is done. You just need common sense. All right, so beginning with this question, I want to know what are the long and short term goal and objectives of ABC Incorporated. All right, as it relates to document control. With this, your solution will not miss the bull's eye. And for those who are trying to um, sell a strategy to their company, I'll advise that you understand objective and goal very well before you make your proposal. Otherwise, it's dead on arrival if it's not in alignment with your organizational goals and objectives. All right, that could be, for example, customer satisfaction or regulatory compliance or cost reduction. It could be to increase revenue, whatsoever it may be, but don't go with assumption. Don't go with assumption. Don't jump into fast conclusion. All right. The next thing will be, what is proper document control in ABC Incorporated? Now, like we said before, we don't want assumption. What do you mean by proper document control? Okay, so most probably, of course, they're talking about the success factors. So you want to know what spells success in ABC Incorporated. What is good performance in terms of document control or proper document control? Is it cost related? Is it something relating to return on investment or operational efficiency, or doing away with liability of hard copies of documents? All right. In this place, you want to know what are the critical success factors. You want to also know what are the KPIs. What do you use to measure performance, or key performance? All right. With this, you will see the hurdles you need to overcome. All right. Always remember that the drive is where ABC wants to be. So this should guide your question. All right. Another thing we want to know is what what format or types of document does ABC Incorporated want to control. So we're saying, what is a document in ABC Incorporated? Now, not the definition, rather, what type of document do you consider, or what do you consider as document? The papers, the electronic document, the videos, voice, or web pages. Does it include email, the books, the receipt, or engineering documentation? Okay, so you want to know what are the vital documents that needs to control. All right, this will help you stay on course, really. And the next thing is, what are the processes followed in doing ABC's business? Or we could say, what are the life cycle stroke processes followed in ABC Incorporated? Why are we asking this? The life cycle of document, we most likely show you the processes of documentation in ABC Incorporated. To put this very clearly, when you talk about process, you're talking about taking input to generate output, or what we call desired results. Okay, and if you look well, you see that documents are inputs themselves. They contain requirements, and when documents are used to carry out work and you record the results, what you have is actually records which are desired results. So there is a very good link between the document life cycle and process. So if we're able to follow the life cycle of document, how they are created, how they travel, how they are used, where they are used, how they are used, who make decision on them, we will be understanding the process of the company and what is necessary. Okay. Another place you want to center your questions and query around is, who are the stakeholders involved in the process of document control? All right. Understand that, of course, people are the reason for systems. So we want to understand the roles of people. Where are they? Who are the stakeholders? What are their needs? What are the conflicts of interest? What are the emotions? Yeah, they play a good role in proposing a social solution for document control. Are there personal, interpersonal issues? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? And so on. All right. Again, our focus is where we are and where we are going. Another area you want to center your queries and questions around is technology. What technology are used to create and manage documents throughout their life cycle? So you'll be looking at the software, the hardware, the network, storage facility, because you don't want to implement a technology that is not fit for purpose. All right. So you're looking at what they have now or what they intend to have in terms of document control. Don't forget that. All right. Next thing is, what are the existing governance rules? What are the corporate culture? What are the belief system or leadership style or issues? Okay, you don't just want to see that, oh, we have a procedure, we have policies pasted all around. No, you want to know what is being practiced, what are the leadership issues. So all these are gotten through investigation, observation, research, interview, querying the system. Okay, you want to actually avoid assumption as much as possible. And you don't want to jump into faster conclusion. So you want to really dig deep and ask questions. But there is one pitfall here. It is called over analysis. That could lead to paralysis. Okay, in as much as you want to be exhaustive in your query, in asking questions as much as possible, you need to be concise. Okay, you need to be guided by the scope. You want to avoid scope creep. Okay, so now with the baseline assessment, you have a lot of finding. This will enable you to understand and identify the unique problem and possible solutions. Okay, so uh, this is where gap analysis come in. In your gap analysis, which is based on your baseline assessment, you'll be able to see or determine several constraints. You'll be able to see the problem, you'll be able to see the solution, the risk, and make recommendation. So you'll be able to determine, for example, things like the business, business pressures, things like operational pressures, constraints, and root cause of problem. So you're not just asking question and stop. You're digging deep. What is the root cause of this problem? Okay. So of course, from the baseline assessment, you've seen a lot of requirements and expectation. So now you'll be able to know the gap and determine the best solution for ABC Incorporated, the associated risk, the time required to complete the project, and of course the cost, financial implication. All right. So do your estimate, right? Okay, I can tell you there will be a lot of hurdles. Okay, there'll be a lot of hurdles because sometimes you even see that you did not make the estimate correct. You've skipped some things. You later knew that, oh, there's need for more system, there's need for bigger bandwidth, there's needs to buy a separate system for server. All this can paralyze the project because budget has been drawn already. Okay, but in any case, there are likely to be several alternative solutions, but make your evaluation. There are tools like evaluation matrix where you assign weights to parameters and compare one system with another. Okay, and next we move to implementation. Now, for the implementation, expect to see many hurdles indeed as you implement. Okay, so you may need to go back to drawing board, you may need to ask more questions, drill deeper and deeper. Okay, and now when you've completed that, uh, you want to be careful because the worst thing is creating a fantastic system that nobody is willing to use. All right, this is where change management comes in. All right, in change management, you want to try as much as possible to make sure your solution is built on real parameters so that adoption will not be a problem. So if the solution is built on clear objectives, um, stakeholders' needs are considered and they are involved, culture, uh, corporate politics, the critical success factors, the performance indicators are known so that you can measure and see when you are drifting or if you are, moving towards the mark. You've created enough awareness and you have minimal assumption. Okay, if any, you have top management support, then implementation and adoption will surely go smoothly. All right. So, having done this, the next thing will pretty be education. I mean, training and user support. You know, uh, you need to be there for ABC Incorporated because now the existing system or existing culture has been disrupted. People are out of their comfort zone. So you need to be there for them. All right, thank you. That is pretty much all for it today. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.